Good afternoon, and we are back at the Bickerton Grace Gallery with the wonderful Lily.
Hi, I'm Marie. Hi, love to be back. Love it here.
So she's no stranger to the Bickerton Grace Gallery, exhibited here twice already.
Yes.
And actually the third exhibition is coming up.
It is.
We're going to talk about that.
Yes, very excited about that.
So Lily is here because she is our artist in the spotlight, our sixth artist in the spotlight this year. So it's really exciting. And the reason, again, I will just reiterate this, is because we want people to understand the artist, to know their background, what makes them tick, and how they get to create these pieces and what that really means. So the journey of your art. So we are going to do a little quick background of you to now.
Right.
Go. Where did it begin?
I started drawing when I was very young.
Yeah.
So I was brought up by very creative parents.
Yeah.
So my mum has always been really pushing me into, not pushing me, she would always encourage, that's the right word.
Which is wonderful.
Encourage me to express my creativity, and my father's a very creative person as well. So I would draw from being very, very young, these almost elfin, angel-like figures, which is very odd for a 5-year-old to be drawing. I've actually still got those original pictures. My mum kept them. Yes, I'll bring them. And that over the years, through life experience and just through really submerging yourself and just exploring different mediums and with life experience, things develop, change, evolve into something greater, which they have when I started actually using canvas, paints.
When did it properly start? When did you think this is what I'm actually going to do?
I would say in my early 20s, so over 27 years ago.
Still very young. And then was that a very easy transition? Did you have a lot of support at that time?
At the time, no, because of what was happening in my life at the time, and it was almost not a fight, but it was met with negativity from the people around me, as in, why are you bothering doing this? You're wasting your time. So it was just my way of sort of locking myself away from what was happening in my life at the time and just pouring it all out in a creative way instead of bottling it all up. And what would come out would be quite
So it was your therapy?
It was my therapy, 100% my therapy. And it absolutely helped with my mental health issues that I was going through at the time.
Yeah.
And from when I was in that very toxic environment with the modelling when I was very young, it definitely helped me through that negative times.
And did everybody know that you were going through such a hard time, do you think? Or were you really hiding it?
I was very good at hiding it. I kind of cocooned myself away, which I think a lot of people do. And everything's shiny and happy on the outside, where inside you're just breaking up.
And you had another business going at the same time as well, with styling, with hair.
Yes.
So you were in the very creative industry anyway.
Yes. I went from the modelling into hair and colour technician, and that actually did help massively from going into an industry where you're not talked to, you're talked about right in front of you. And you're just an object, to actually into an industry where you make women feel beautiful.
Yeah.
So it was really it really helped me develop as a woman. Yeah. And all the crushing self-hatred that you feel, not to be dramatic, but you do. Yeah. Everyone thinks if you do modelling that you love yourself, and it's like absolutely it's the polar opposite of that. And it gives you some very latent issues of your eating habits and things like that.
And trying to keep that going, keep that kind of up and knowing that this is your tool and you've got to look after it.
Yeah.
Pressure. Massive pressure.
Yeah.
So your style is very feminine based, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, I know you do the male side, but what I know and love of you are these beautiful female forms, the ethereal kind of shapes and textures.
Yes, I love my texture.
Your textures are phenomenal.
That's what I definitely developed over the years.
Yeah.
Which, again, was just through experimentation and just whatever was guiding me to try that and just beef it up, really meat it up and really get that. Because all my work is to do with energy and to do with an inner energy. I am a big old hippie. I believe in so much, you know, that is, it can be, you know, it's so powerful. And that I wanted to get that dynamic on the canvas in the best possible way that I could, that will be the most impactful and be visually just beautiful. Something just that's actually almost draws you in and is calming to look at, and is something that's
I mean, even
enhances.
the title, The Essence of Woman, which are the two behind us right now, I mean, that says everything. And I mean, this one here, I have to say, it's always been one of my favourites. This one and the gold.
Yes,
just beautiful. But I think these, again, have to be seen.
Yes.
Because of the textures.
Yes.
And what we will try and show over the week, because you are artist in the spotlight, what we want to show over the week is a bit of an insight into that. So we'll show a bit maybe of you creating and a close-up of exactly that, because then that's a greater understanding, you know, of what you're creating as well. And people can appreciate it in a different way. And they are phenomenal. I mean, the sizes, they're just beautiful pieces, the framing, everything about them, right down to the finest detail, is total quality class. It is you. It is totally you on the canvas. But it really is. I mean, yeah, like I said,
I get so much just pleasure and happiness, which every artist does. And it's you can't really fully put it into words how amazing it feels when something's finished and it's, you put everything that you've got into that piece. And I was saying to T before, you know, I can have a painting that's sat there for 2 years and I've moved away from it because it's just not right. But I don't. But then all of a sudden I think.
You mean one that you've been working on and walked away from? Wow. Okay.
You know, I'm that particular. It has to be just. And when people often ask, "How do you know it's finished?"
Big question.
You don't. It's something inside you. You just
feeling.
go a feeling that you go. You step back and you're like, oh.
Sometimes someone else has to tell you. They have to say to you, actually, you know,
stop faffing.
Walk away, it's done. It's done. And other people maybe can see that more than you. But to go back to a painting must be quite tricky, because it's got to that stage where it's dried and everything is set.
Because I use a lot of oils as well, so I don't use accelerant. I don't use for that reason, but also I do find that personally, because I like. I mean, with the up and coming show, you'll see there's a lot more vibrant colours coming as well. For me, it kind of dulls the colour that little bit, so I like that real pop. Yeah,
and they do really pop. Yeah. So the exhibition.
Yes, very exciting.
20th of April, we will be exhibiting. You're going to again be exhibiting alongside Robert Grace.
Yeah, Robert Grace again.
The union, I think, of the pieces is quite special because, you know, we've got the crystals, the gold, the baths, the pieces, which just go hand in hand with yours.
It really does. We were shocked last time, weren't we, when we put the whole show together, and it was like, wow. It was like, they just...
Symbiosis.
So, it just went so well together.
So yeah, this is going to be quite an event as well. We've got live music, you know, some crazy, amazing people coming along to this one.
You must come, because it's going to be super great and super fun.
And how ready are you?
I am ready, baby.
You're there.
I am very excited. I'm still working on some pieces, so you know. But yeah, the body of work is there, which I'm very, very proud of. We've gone more bold colours, and I'm feeling like,
I got a sneak peek. Yes. And it is pretty special. And the colours are just bonkersly beautiful. Bonkers is one of my favourite words, actually, but it really describes it. They're just...
Because I mean, I love obviously there is going to be still some of the nuder palettes. Yeah. But when I did my term in New York, back in 2019, and I did 5 weeks painting at a gallery in Tribeca. And I thought, because I was absolutely pooping myself, because I thought, if I turn up and I've just got complete painter's block, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? Just have a canvas and put a dot on it and say, that's the universe as we see it. I had a plan, and then I thought, no, right. But when I was there, because of the energy of the place as well, it's New York, it's amazing, and all these other artists around, it was fantastic. And I went to the Bricks, which is the art supplies there, and I just bought completely different colours that I never used before. Wow. And I just went to town, just experimenting with oranges and blues and yellow and Persian yellow, and I was like, wow. And so I brought that back, and I've been creating with these kind of colours since as well.
So you were doing live art, you were creating and people were just wandering around you. For how long? A week?
I was there for nearly 2 months.
Wow. Every day just going in?
Every day, 7 days a week. They actually gave me a key. So I used to be the last one in there, because it was like you had your own pot. It was brilliant. It was such a really cool concept. Not as cool as here.
Maybe we should do that here.
And it
was a great idea.
And it was literally, I just submerged myself for the entire time. I rented an apartment over in Hoboken, so my morning was get up, I went to yoga, and then I'd get the ferry over. That was my little treat, because it's so cool, you know, to see that skyline. And I did a beautiful abstract of the New York scape, which I'll show you. It sold when I was there, but it was, and I'd go every single day, and I would just be there for the whole day. Till the last ferry, which was about 10:30, 11 p.m.
Amazing experience.
And then it was a show at the end of it.
Wow.
So it was really cool.
So you're exhibiting in America?
Yeah.
In New York? Mm-hmm. Is it New York? What was the name of the gallery?
It was NYA.
NYA.
The New York Art Gallery.
So are you still in that one, or you're?
I'm still on with them.
Yeah.
And obviously with lockdown, I didn't get to go back.
Yeah.
But they're still there.
So is there anywhere else that people will have seen your art?
I have another gallery in Madrid called the Van Gogh Gallery. Yeah, I know, right? Keeping good company. And with them, again before the lockdowns, I exhibited in Salzburg, Luxembourg, the Box in Luxembourg, and in Monaco. So that was really cool. And that was more of the pure abstract stuff. And that was...
How did you get around to all these places? Did someone find you? Did you find them?
Do you know, it was on Instagram.
Wow.
When I started, amazing. When I really, it was with the whole, like when people say, what would your advice be to an artist to promote? It's just self-promotion. Literally, you have to look at it. You know, you can do this because you love it and you love your art and you love to create. But if you want to take it further as a career, you need to get seen. You need to put yourself out there, which is scary as an artist, because it's from our soul. You know, and if someone doesn't like it, you want to kill yourself. You're like, ah. But you know, you're going to get no's. Art is Marmite. One person's going to love it, and it's not someone else's cup of tea. But you have to take the no's. As I like to say, a no is a delayed yes. It's as simple as that. Because someone's going to love it.
Yeah.
Someone's not going to like it, someone's going to love it.
Yeah.
And it is that little bit thicker skin, basically. And the older I get, the thicker the skin. But not in a negative way, you know, I'm just like, oh well, you know.
Just don't listen.
You can't please everybody. It's as simple as that.
And you never will.
And if you try to, then you're actually deviating away from being an artist, because you as an artist is what you do is you. So you can't really, I've got to paint to please everyone. You can't. But then when I started a business Instagram, and I remember it was 3 weeks before Christmas, and I was just posting a little bit every day, and then within like 8 days I had 1,000 followers. I was like, but it was
that's
just
addictive as well, then,
consistency as well. And I would never really put anything too personal. It would be all my art, all art based, not what I had for breakfast or an avocado stack, nothing like that. But it would, and then I got approached by galleries over time. And it's up to you as well to chase them as well, as in, you know, don't be like, oh, you know, that's not, I mean, you do get approached by nuisance sometimes, you know, not real, but it's also taking that leap of faith and taking that, like rocking up to New York on my own, like,
very brave. But worth it. I mean, look what happened.
So worth it, and it was really, really good.
I just wanted to mention as well, while you're talking, it just spurred a memory, because you said about the landscape that you did, basically, when you were there painting.
Yeah.
I mean, your figures, we know these, they're so beautiful, but your landscapes are so stunning.
the Elements collection. So I have 6 collections. The Essence of Woman is the primary, definitely.
Yeah.
Primary. But I also like the Essence of Man. The Unity of One is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's with the man and woman together. That connection, that lovely unity of love.
Like the twin moons.
The twin moons again connected. It's all very connected. All 6 collections. Because with the twin moons, because I'm, again, like I said before, a big old hippie, and I do believe in the power of like the moon cycles, and it's the energy that brings us, and how we're actually governed quite highly by the moon itself. And, but that's, when I was in, and I lived in Japan when I was younger as well, and it was, some of those twin moons are very inspired by the Japanese inks.
Yeah. So
again, everything through life experiences that are drawn from different places. And then there's the Elements collection, which is the seascapes. And the one piece, it was the only piece I've done, which I do want to do more of these scapes in the future. Spoiler. But it just
not a spoiler, it's a tease.
It's a tease.
Yeah.
It was because what I saw every morning on such a wonderful journey into the gallery was I've got to paint it. I had to paint it. So.
And it's part of your story.
Yeah.
Part of the story. The Sentiment collection, which we were so grateful that you were part of.
It's such a fantastic
but again, it
thing to be part of with all these amazing artists. Tea being one of them.
But it suits what you've just been talking about as well, because you know, with the connection and that beautiful way that we've all come together through that collection has been amazing. And actually, when we have the exhibition, some of your pieces will be there, the little sentiment pieces, so people can see them. They can own one of those. So you know, if they're not going to go big, they can go small.
Exactly, and that's from my favourite twin moon as well.
And that's from Twin Moons,
that's Twin Moon 5, which is just gorgeous. I love that piece. Yeah.
So then, going back to the week. You are our artist in the spotlight this week, so, so we will be using that time as best we can to create your story and to show the details, the beautiful details, and get, like I said, get people to understand you a little bit more. So we'll also be touching base with you, talking to you, and leading people to this great understanding. And then towards the 20th of April.
Oh yes.
Where you can come and meet
Get it
Lisa,
in the diary. And all the other fantastic artists as well that are coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Part of the family.
So Lili also has a page on the website, which is bictongracegallery.com. You can just Google, search for her and see a little bit about her there, and the artwork which is in your personal gallery on your page.
Yes.
And also just get in contact with us if you need to know any more. But for now, we're going to leave it there because it isn't the end, it's the beginning of your week. So we will be feeding with lots of information, and we look forward to April.
Yeah, me too.
But
Can't wait.
Also learning a bit more about you is what I was trying to say.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming in again.
Oh no, it's always such a pleasure. I love it.
Your hands are freezing, by the way.
I know.
And we will
Cold hands, warm hearts.
with you always. Take care.
Bye.